You know the whole phrase "coming out the closet." It's a good thing. It was a good thing. It used to be a good thing. Now that I'm fucking thinking about it, now that everything's going on and shit's hitting the fan with this whole whatever, it's political. But yeah, I do follow it. So, like I always say, if you're not for me, if you don't like what I'm saying, go and move around. Because I really don't give a fuck what you think about what I'm having to say. It's what I have to say. So, I wrote this the other day, and it has something to do with the closet. Shit. Alright. It says, so might not want to be a lot of people who want to hear this, but we could be the ones to unleash the days that are here. I don't know if y'all remember when phones first came out. Can't believe I'm this fucking old and can't believe I can actually say these things for real old. But when phones first came out, it was phones, you know. Everybody had a phone number, but you still had to go out and get that phone number. Had to, you know, hunt, play for that game. And then, you know, things came out with, you know, MySpace and whatever have you, shit like that. All right. And then it came out, internet's out, boom. Porn almost right there at the fingertips. And for real, let me tell you, I learned from a homie who was in school, a little homie who was in school that got access to porn. And then I walked up on him and they're watching porn right there in the fucking at the park. I'm sitting there waiting for my lady. I said, what the, y'all got porn right here? I don't know if y'all remember, we had to find shit in the woods. We had to find pieces of magazine while we were walking home from school. And, ooh, was that the day. Now, you know, well, then what I'm talking about, it was everywhere. Everywhere. You can get a hold of it. I'm not one to really lie to people. I don't like it. My old man told me if you lie, it's because you're scared. You're scared of that person. Or, yeah, even scared of the situation. So why put yourself in the situation? So I took to it strong. Me and my lady got together. The first time I did something behind her back, I went straight on and told her. Right off the bat. I was like, look, this is what happened. This is who I am. You know, take it or leave it type shit. Not to say that I was going to be cheating on her. It's just, I was young. This happened 18. I had just turned 18. So, you know, time's going on. I'm really into this porn shit. Like, I like porn. And she knows this. We buy porn together. We watch this, that. Well, shit changes between us, right? That old fairy tale, that old thing that everybody knows. Shit changes. And not only like that, you know, people around me too. Everybody. Everything's starting to change. Everybody's starting to change. Everybody's kind of acting weird and different. Not something I'm like jealous of or shit. I don't give two fucks about anybody's things that they have. I like people being happy. I like me being happy. If I'm happy, everybody else around me is happy. Me and my wife and kids. And if they're happy, people around them's happy. So, you know, it all fucking goes down and trickles. Well, around this time, people are acting funny around each other, including me and my siblings. Not just like them, me too. Notice a change in people. Wondering, man, the whole time thinking, writing, making sure I keep down what's going on. Excuse me. I start to see patterns about things. The way people act, when they act, how they act. I noticed that if you talked about certain things, they would talk about it and happily. But if you were happy, they weren't happy. I also noticed shit like that. Some people didn't want to see you happy. Now people are saying it, but people are saying it They're not trying to fucking put in the work and maybe kind of letting that person know, hey, shit's hitting the fan. Shit's not right. And I'm going as far as saying it like this is the phones. This is the phones that I'm blaming. Not just phones, the shit that you pay attention to. Remember, our parents kept their porn in the closet. They had to go places, had to do things to watch porn. It wasn't always in their face. It wasn't always like that. Not only that, talking to people, trying to bring up people, oh, what the fuck does that person matter? They don't matter nothing to you. You got little kids doing fucked up shit to each other and dying over stupid ass rap. My mama never let me listen to rap. Ever. I was old when I got to listen to rap. And then listen to the story that I'm telling you, and it's real. I have a cousin that I don't know. You know, my mom has a brother that she never met when I was little. This is a little kid story. So the first time she ever met her brother, me and him were 9, 8, 10 kids. Kids, you know what I'm saying? Playing around, goofing around. We didn't talk ignorant. We didn't talk ebonics. We didn't talk the way I'm talking. We didn't talk like big boys. How about that? Hey, how about that? Just in case somebody be like, how you want them to talk, stupid? Like big boys. We weren't allowed to talk like big boys. We weren't allowed to hang out with big boys. I'm going to put that down right now. We weren't allowed to hang out with the big boys. So we didn't talk like that. We weren't allowed to. Okay, well, the next time I saw him, he was about 14. We're about 14. I'm going to tell you, I was raised in the projects. I think I've said it. I was raised in the fucking hood. So I could maybe have some kind of street cred. I don't see him get to a 14, pull up on him. Motherfucker listen to Tupac, got his hat backwards, sagging his pants and shit. This dude's a rich kid. We had to go to neighborhoods where it was fucking, everything was clean. Everybody's yards was edged and you had a fucking community watch thing and all that. Went to good schools. And he's talking and thinking like this. He tried to talk to me with this thug shit. Hell no, I can't listen to that. My mom will beat my ass. I know Tupac like changes because my mom would listen to it. Like she would listen to positive music. She wouldn't jam out to fucking Biggie Smalls if it was. Well, she would jam out to Biggie Smalls when it was good songs. Thug songs and shit we couldn't listen to. I guess you can almost say like radio shit. We couldn't listen to thug shit. This fool would be able to get access to the full album and talk and he got a fucking manual of how to be a street nigga. Not a fucking, not from the hood. Please. Go on, come spend the night with us. Go to the school with us in the next couple of days. I would get jumped by negros. I would have to fucking defend myself because I was brown. And that to me was not even as fucking bad as what these fools are trying to claim, like this the tranny movement or the Black Lives Matter movement. Like that, it was fake. It was real what Black Panthers were doing. That was real. Shit like that was going on. Not this whole shit that's going on these days. And us as adults, us as the parents, it's our fault. Because we were watching porn. We're feeding into the social media-ness of everything. Trying to be part of one thing that's not what our mamas taught us. I'm 36, about to be 37. In case anybody wants to be like, well, who's our... Like I said, if anything that I say you get offended by, you can't be on here. If anything I say you get confused by, you can drop me a comment and ask me, what do you mean by this? And I'll explain it to you. I'm not here trying to ask questions. I'm here trying to say, like, I think I'm going to go ahead and just man up and be like, this shit is my fault. Everything that happened is my fault. Anything that happens around me is my fault. And all this shit that's going on, us letting people get in our head and letting other people cause problems between each other. Y'all ain't never heard of the fucking The bitches who would go around starting shit. I know I'm not the fucking only one who's been caught up in some shit and like, did you just go and tell somebody what I said in confidence? And that made me the bitch. At the end of it, I was like, damn, had I not told this fucking bitch, none of this would happen. I've been caught up in a lot of shit. Yeah, if you jump on here and you hear anything about, tranny this or tranny that, yeah, no, I'm not for that shit. I'm not at all. I also got a gay brother who's not for that shit. And not because of anything but black. All that black shit, oh, Black Lives Matter and this and that. And no, fuck, I'm not for that fucking shit, not one bit. I grew up around black folks. I got beat down by black folks. I got taken care of, and I've watched a big old negro got beat up by his grandma because he didn't want him to play the PlayStation, and I didn't have no fucking PlayStation. He was being a little bitch. This dude was 16, and he didn't like me because I talked shit. He beat my ass a couple times, but his mama beat his ass too. Well, his grandma. I grew up in projects around black folks. My wife didn't see a black person until she moved to Dallas. I was like, huh? What? It tripped me out. So I'm saying it's our fault about all this shit that goes on nowadays. It's our fault, and all we got to do is get back to it. And it seems like it. I see a lot of folks getting to it, thinking about it, and let me see how I can end this, please. I'll edit this out. A lot of this. What do I gotta see? Remember when our folks kept their porn in the closet? Remember when we had to, once we started becoming of age, well, this is what I'm talking about for a man. I didn't know girls was nasty the way they act nowadays. I can't stand that shit. You know what? I can't stand. I used to like seeing two girls kiss. I mean, it was sexy and hot. It's foreboding and taboo. Now I see that shit, I'm just pissed. It's like, oh, you just pushing it on my fucking daughters to be dykes. And I hope anybody who's listening who might took offense to that fucking word, that's shit. It's ignorant. Those words are out there. They're gonna be there. All that shit. I've been called everything. Anything you can think of in the fucking book, I've been called. It didn't hurt me. What hurt was that a person was talking about me. Some of those people, a lot of those words I was called by my own family. So, and those who are my age and older, y'all know goddamn well, man, if we were called stupid shit, that's what we were called, man. I'm gonna go ahead and close this one off. I'm gonna edit it and shit. Hopefully I've got everything I wanted to say in here. I hope I said that shit about I think I got that anyway. Gotta figure out how to do this. Okay, y'all. Thank you for listening. Adios.